Welcome back to Chris Veve Journey. We're going to take a look at the new Batman drop over at Veve, which is actually just old tools in new colors. Yeah, I guess we take a look right away. Let's go. So that's it. Here you can see it. You see it already. There's a Todd in that image. So, okay, let's clear out what everyone is mostly interested in. So, what are the utilities that we saw on the tweets from Veve? So we get 4 pieces. We get the Todd McFarlane Batman from Series 1. We get the Jim Lee Batman from Series 6. We get also the Risso and the Risso font from Series 1 and the Mignola from Series 5, if I remember correctly. That should have been Series 5. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that was Series 5. So there's utility happening with these drops, but not with these collectibles, but with there's a way you can get these collectibles. So if you want the Todd McFarlane one, also they're called blue and yellow variants, but that is not a name that the physical pieces have. The physical pieces are just called full color variants. And I know there's a Todd McFarlane one that was a Japan exclusive. There's a Mike Mignola one. I had him in my hands one time. I'm not sure if there's a Jim Lee and Eduardo Risso full color variant, but possibly. I just don't know it. So if you want to get the Todd McFarlane blue and yellow variant, you need to hold the Batman Black and White Series 1 set complete. That means you need a Risso, a Todd, a Joe Madeira, and a Becky Cloonan. If you have all of those, you get a redeem code that you can use to redeem the full color Todd McFarlane version at drop time. Same for the Jim Lee one. If you want to have that one, you will need a full set of the Black and White Series 6. That means the Jim Lee one, the Duck Monkey one, Eduardo Grandpa, is his name? Raphael Grandpa, and I can't remember the name of the 4th one, I forgot. But yeah, that's the one you need, those 4 all. Then you can redeem the Jim Lee full color variant with the code. So the Eduardo Risso and Mike Mignola ones, those are different. Those will be getting airdropped to users. You get an Eduardo Risso if you're one of the first 250 users that have signed up with Veve and have successfully verified /KYC'd accounts. If you're not within those 250 users, but you are within 500 users, and that means if you're user 251 up to 500, then you get the Mike Mignola one if you are successfully verified and KYC'd. So you don't get both. No matter how, if you don't have more than one account, you can't get both. You will either get the Risso or the Mike Mignola. Yeah, so much for that. Let's take a look at the numbers. So here we have the Todd. He's the ultra rare this time. Looks pretty great. He will have a price of 100 gems. Like I said, these are not airdropped. You just have a 48-hour window to use your redeem code to buy this one. There's 2,500 pieces as an ultra rare. That means Veve already said in Twitter there are roughly 700 people that have a full set of Series 1. So there's 700 being held back. That means 1,800 for the drop. There's 90 held back for Veve. That means 700 roughly for the drop available. And that drop will happen on the 13th December at 12 p.m. PT. So then we have the blue and yellow Jim Lee Batman. That one has 3,000 editions. I suspect a lot more people will have the full set of this one, because it wasn't really successful as a set, but it was easy money for a lot of MCP points. So I would suspect more than 700 people have a full set of this, and that means even that we have 3,000 editions, I don't think there will be more available than in the Todd drop, because there's simply more people that have that code, and I guess everyone will redeem his code. This one is even just 50 gems. So the 100 gems for the Todd McFarlane one is a fair price in my opinion. It's a good price. It's such a wanted piece. 100 gems, totally fine. 50 gems for the Jim Lee one, pretty cheap even. And then we get the Eduardo Risso. That is a secret rare with just 1050 editions. Take 90 away for Veve and take away 250 pieces that were verified and successfully KYC'd, which I suppose almost all of them will be. I don't know how they will count it. Like if they don't count the users that don't have KYC'd and don't airdrop to those, and so the number is like, at the end of the day, maybe it's like for the Mignola one, maybe it's not 251 to 500, but maybe it's just user 289 up to 539, because there's 39 people that are not KYC'd, and then they leave out those numbers. Because it doesn't seem like that anything gets back to the pool with these two pieces, while the Jim Lee Batman and the Todd McFarlane Batman, the ones that were not redeemed within the 48-hour window, will be going back to the pool, which means there is a very slim chance to get one of those in a rebound 48 hours later. Yeah, I mean, I'm in Germany. I have no chance of getting any of these. Like these numbers, I never get anything unless it's a piece no one wants, but this will be something people will want, and so it doesn't even make much sense to try at all. Like I will have my smartphone in my hand and I will just push the button, but I know it's not going to work. So, but if you're in the US or if you're botting, then I guess you have a good chance. Otherwise, yeah, hard. I mean, these are even so scarce editions. Even if we have just 20k users, that's still more than 1 to 10 or even 1 in 20 chance for anyone without the airdrops. So tough. So what do I think about the utility? Yeah, the utility for the black and white series 1 holders, that's fine, I guess. I don't think it's pretty great, because these people that have a full series 1 set, they already have great value. At some point it was a no-brainer to get this set if you can afford it at any point. I guess there is like 90% of people that would love to have it but can't afford it, and the ones who could afford it might have bought multiple, whatever. So getting something extra, it's not like needed, but it's fine, it's okay. But on the other hand, they do also give people that have the black and white series 6 set pretty much the same. Like you also get the Jim Lee one, which is also pretty great. So that kind of makes it up. So either you were pretty soon, or you were just a valid collector right now and bought the series when it came out. Both kind of collectors get rewarded. That's pretty dope. You can't hate that. Yeah, the first 250 users, that's something I would criticize, because I don't know, like if you do a new app, usually the first users you have to be somewhat around your people from your environment, right? Like people you know on some way or another. You will tell them, sign up on my new app, so that you get the first people in and word can go around. That's how it usually works. I wasn't there, so I don't know how it actually went down. If there was actually a chance that like there was just Dan and David and everyone else was just somehow finding the app. I don't believe in that. I think from these 250 people there, at least 200, I would guess, are people that know either one of the developers or someone from Ecomi or whatever. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't know. Doesn't have to be, but again, it looks a little bit weird. It's I'd say it's kind of like the thing with the mod thing. Like things got blown out of proportion pretty much on that topic. But yeah, you could have avoided that it's a bad look by just paying these people real money. Now with the 250 users, I think it's kind of the same thing. You can do that. It looks pretty nice on one hand. On the other hand, you never know who those users are. There's just something in the air that says, okay, maybe these are people they know. I don't know. Like, tough thing. Pretty same with the Mignola one, though 500 people. I don't know. It depends on how connected you will. Like, it's not a big deal, right? I'm not trying to say, ooh, this is so super bad. We need to hold them accountable. It's just, I don't know, not as great in my opinion, but yeah, I'm not mad about it. Super scarce pieces, super great drop. If this would have happened a year ago, I would have been super excited. But at this point, I'm not like the target audience for Veve, I guess. Because I super in love with the pieces and I love all the stuff. But at this point, it's just, a different kind of collector. I don't know, it's not like a place for fans. This is really a place for collectors, people that look mostly for value and want super limited stuff and don't necessarily need to be invested in the IP at all. Like, just like, for most collectors that have the Series 1 set, you could just replace the set with anything else as long as it has the same rarity and the same, I guess, overall market capacity. And those people would be fine, I guess. I don't know. So I'm not super hyped about this because I'm not getting it either. Like, if I want to have any of those, I would need to pay quite a bit, though I don't expect the Jim Lee to be very, very expensive. But I would need to buy it in the aftermarket. I don't have a chance in the drop because I'm from Germany, and I never had the chance with low drops. And I also don't want to pay that much all the time for everything that is scarce. So yeah, I'm just not excited about any type of drop at these days, to be honest. Like, if they drop something that I really like the Star Trek stuff, like the science fiction stuff, that is stuff I'm kind of excited about because I say, oh, that is cool. That is still affordable. I have a chance to get it at drop price. So that's interesting for me. These high value drops are not interesting to me anymore at this point because it's just too hard to get them. I don't have any incentive. Like, I'm a big fan, but nobody cares. So that's so Veve doesn't care. That's the point. Veve doesn't really care about that, or building a community of collectors, I guess. So that's not super interesting to me anymore. I'm looking for this kind of experience somewhere else. And I think Veve is still interesting as an investment, but I don't even know if I would want to invest in their NFTs at this point, or maybe Omi is just more interesting because I think they will be quite successful. It's just not like a collector's place or fan/collector place. But there's different places for that, so I'm fine with that. So that's all for this drop. I guess we did talk about scarcity and all. Yeah. So like I said, don't go and buy the pieces now. They already have taken the snapshot. It makes no sense to buy something now. Prices did went up for whatever reason. The snapshot was already done, so there's no point in buying now. So don't do that. So yeah, we'll see us again with the next video for another drop. And yeah, let me know if you're interested in this drop. What do you think about the utility? I think overall the utility is pretty dope. It's nice to see that we get something for holders of special pieces. That's pretty cool. And yeah, see you next time around. Bye.